This is Ian from Lean Media. Today I'm going to be talking about Amazon Brand Registry rejections related to the U.S. licensed attorney rule. If this video helps, please take a moment to like it and follow me, and let's get started. We're looking at the Amazon Seller Central forum, and you will find lots of posts like this. My brand registry enrollment is rejected for attorney reason, or something related to the U.S. licensed attorney. I'm going to try to break down what that means, and also, just so you know, I am an experienced Amazon seller. I've been a seller for more than 20 years. I've been on the professional seller for more than 8 years, and I've been on the brand registry for, I think, 5 or 6 years. But at this point, I have 2 different brands. So I have dealt with attorneys before. I've dealt with brand registry. I've dealt with US PTO, but I am not an attorney. So I just want to make that clear. But I do see lots of complaints like this on the Seller Central forums. People are getting basically nailed when they try to use the Amazon brand registry to get into the Amazon system. Basically, if you're on Amazon brand registry, your brand will get special treatment. Like, for instance, this particular product, it says visit this store. They may have something like A+ content down here. You can see it's very elaborate. So if you're on the brand registry, you can do stuff like this. And that's why many people want to be on the brand registry. Many sellers, Amazon sellers, want to be on the brand registry. It also gives you some IP protections. But really, I think nowadays, most of it's about the marketing benefits that Amazon grants brands who are on the Amazon brand registry. So let's get back to the attorney issue as shown in this particular article. This particular seller, they got rejected, and they helpfully included the reasons why they were rejected. And there's basically a kind of boilerplate, kind of confusing text from Amazon saying that you need a U.S. licensed attorney. This rule was designed to improve the quality of trademark submissions by U.S. attorneys who are bound by ethical rules to follow the USPTO rules of professional conduct. And this is interesting to me because when I first registered my brands, this is more than 5 years ago, I wasn't aware of this particular rule, although at the time it was bubbling up. And I'm going to point you to an article. This is actually a blog post that I wrote on the Lean Media blog. USPTO swamped by Amazon trademark applications, 25% are from China. So basically, this blog post talked about how there's a flood of Amazon brand registry applications, many of them from overseas, and also some of the problems that came up with that. And basically what was happening was you were getting, first of all, some black hat Amazon trademark applications. These are people who are trying to basically file a trademark that has lots of bad things that are going on about it. It's kind of hard to describe what this means, but basically imagine a trademark that's not just designed to protect your product, but it's designed to screw other people. That's what people were doing. So somebody, for instance, registered the trademark for generic for certain types of products. And this is basically so they could remove anybody else who is using the term generic in their listing for a similar product. So you can imagine, like, generic socks, generic athletic socks. Like if you had a listing like that, you're not brand registered, but you said, yeah, these are just kind of plain Jane white athletic socks, and I'm going to call them, they're generic socks, which is an accurate description, you would get nailed if it violated this particular trademark. So Amazon started to see stuff like this. The other thing they started to see were these services, many of them based overseas, that were basically advertising an easy Amazon trademark, and they would charge money to sellers or kind of brands that wanted to be on Amazon to basically get a trademark, to compress the time frame. I don't know how their system particularly worked, but the USPTO all of a sudden started to get this flood of trademarks. Many of them are low quality. Many of them had problems. They were not going through a U.S. attorney, or if it was through a U.S. attorney, it was someone who wasn't really schooled in the finer points of U.S. trademark law. And so that's why I think this particular application issue came up. And in other Amazon Seller Central posts, you'll see other warnings about this. The attorney that is listed on the trademark is sanctioned by the USPTO or Amazon. So Amazon itself apparently has a list of who's naughty, who's nice when it comes to attorneys who are filing brand registry applications. And if you're not on the nice list, you're going to have problems. So this is why this particular type of warning pops up. Unfortunately, for a lot of sellers, especially newbie sellers who are trying to get their brand underway, they'll Google around or they'll hear a recommendation on social media like, oh yeah, this company, they helped me get my brand application up and running within 6 months, which is really, really good. It took me more than a year to get my USPTO trademark all set up, and I had a whole bunch of issues that came up with it. But they'll find these sites online that promise to make the process easy, but they're not working through a U.S. licensed attorney who is familiar with USPTO rules and hasn't been on the naughty list either for the USPTO or for Amazon. So basically, you need to do your research, you need to do due diligence, and it may not be easy because, of course, these companies will swear up and down that, oh yeah, we've filed tons of trademarks before successfully and everything looks okay, but then you have filed the trademark and then you get rejected. And actually, on this particular thread, there's lots of people that say stuff like, yeah, I also met the same problem as you. Many, many more like this. So it's not easy. It's very difficult. In my case, I actually went out and I independently found an IP attorney who could help me with this. This is somebody who is dealing with patent law, trademark law, copyright law. They knew what they were doing. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, I did not like paying all that money for this type of trademark, but I needed it to get on the Amazon Brand Registry. They did a good job. They helped guide me through the process. Importantly, they're helping me deal with the after work. So after you get a trademark, you have to kind of renew it or you have to send some declarations in, and this attorney, they're on top of it. I don't like paying the fees. I mean, the attorney fees, they're crazy, but it's just one of the requirements for getting on the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office principal registry for your trademark, and I've had to deal with it. And for my Amazon business, it's been very helpful to get on the Amazon Brand Registry. Anyways, that's my long-winded explanation of how the system works. It's not complete. Of course, I do recommend you talk with a reputable, licensed U.S. attorney who is familiar with IP law, intellectual property law in the United States, rather than just going online and finding some random person spouting off or recommending their buddy or some service that they used, which may not be sanctioned and may lead to problems later on. This is Ian Lamont from Lean Media. For more information on how to get the most out of your Amazon business, I have a blog at leanmedia.org. Go to leanmedia.org, click on blog or click on video, and you can see all the free resources that I posted to help other sellers. This is Ian Lamont signing off. Thank you so much for watching.